You need a body shop? You need engine repair? Auto Excellence, Collision Specialists, 631-261-6420. That's 631-261-6420. Auto Excellence.
And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB.
Headed to the bottom of the bottle, I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and put it away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Oh my devil, when I knew enough to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my break full of shame.
Gentlemen, welcome to episode number 4 of the original G-Man of Hip Hop presents the G-Spot with your host, the original G-Man of Hip Hop, Mr. George Price. So as we take it away in episode 4, my man, we're here right now in living color, and it's your show, so I will give you the floor.
Yeah. As we do all the time, we always say, thank you, God bless y'all, and thank y'all for being here at the G Spot. Today we got another exciting show. This is the 4th episode of the G Spot. Once again, you see the hat, see the different color hats? This is the blue one. Oh yeah, we got the Kangos jumping off today. We got the G-Man shirts and stuff going on. So the merchandising is ready. And y'all want to order, you can always order the new t-shirts, the gears, the hat. We got a lot of stuff coming for y'all in the future. Our last episode, we had an amazing guest on there. And this episode, like each episode, we'll have a super guest. And the level is starting to just step up and go up and go up and get higher and higher. Today, co-hosted with Mr. Timothy Bill from Universal Talent Bookings, UTB for short. And we're not talking about urinary tract infections either, y'all, so don't worry about it. So today we got a special guest, happen to be a great friend of mine, a former pro tennis player, also happened to be one of my former road managers, believe it or not. And I call him my brother from another mother and a superficial color. You know what I mean? So today we got Mr. Rob Kenneth. And Mr. Rob Kenneth is the owner and CEO of the 2B Rising Star. That is the only online new talent star show where you could call in and vote. And for who's your best choice for new artists in many categories, you could win up to $10,000 a month at this thing. I happen to be one of the celebrity guest hosts that's on there, and we're gonna be adding quite a few more on there. And this is amazing because you only have like shows like this, or American Idol, American Got Talent, and all these on TV where they use so many people. You sit out there in the sun all day long and all night long waiting to get a chance to be on stage for a few minutes and judged by 3. And this situation is totally different. But I'm not going to get into all that because I'm going to let Mr. Kenneth do it himself. And I'm going to introduce you to my brother from another mother in a superficial color, Mr. Rob Kenneth. Hey, Rob, come in and say hi to the people and talk to them.
Hello, everyone. And G-Man, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Man, it's a pleasure. I love it. I love this man. We work together. I can always count on Rob. That I can do. He's Jewish, so I guess that says something good about it. And Rob, this is Timothy Bill, the co-host, and happens to be even my manager that's on the line. So my road manager meets my manager, my new manager for the first time, and on the G Spot. So so let's take it away. Tim, we're gonna let Rob introduce himself and talk about the To Be a Rising Star for a few minutes before we get into two particular questions. Rob, go ahead.
First, let me say thank you to Tim. Tim, I spoke with you on the phone. Pleasure. I'm excited and happy and eager to watch you guys grow. I've listened to all of the accolades and the projects that you're currently involved in. And I have an open invitation for you, Tim. I'd like to invite you to become one of our guest hosts. You bring a wealth of knowledge and expertise. So if you'll give me just 2 minutes, I'll give you the down and dirt.
1,000,000%, man. It's a beautiful thing, and it's my pleasure to be speaking with you, and we look forward to working with you. It's going to be a great, beautiful relationship, man. So thank you.
Thank you. So I'm a young man of 71, been around the block. To Be a Rising Star is, as G-Man said, it's the only online monthly talent search award show. We look for stars of the future. We've got really 80 different categories. And here's the crux. Instead of waiting in line for hours and days and being judged for 24 spots on TV, for which they pick one winner for the season, on the To Be a Rising Star, which is an online site, out of the comfort of your home, you can upload a video. You tell everybody to vote for you. Whoever gets the most votes wins. Number one. There's only two things you can do on the site. Upload a video, tell everybody to vote, and that's it. We've got guest hosts, celebrity guest hosts like G-Man. G brings a wealth of knowledge, and he'll be called upon to critique and review the top 20 vote-getting videos in a given week. He'll share his knowledge, his expertise of what's going on in the business world. And then we also donate to a variety of charities. What we're looking to do, ultimately, we want to create a legacy. We want to be the best ever in the history of talent search award shows, number one. Number two, we want to be the most lucrative. We want to pay out the most amount of money. And we want to set the bar higher. So for aspiring artists, this is a platform that's worldwide. For the guest host, there's ways for everyone to make residual income, and they don't have to perform. They don't have to be with the posse, get on a plane, spend hours upon hours. So we think we have an ideal opportunity. And so the two things that really separate us are as follows. Number one, we have age brackets, 12 and under, 13 and 19, 20 and older, and 45 and older. And unlike most of the other shows, we want a ballerina to compete against the ballerina. We want a hip hop artist to compete against hip hop artists, and so on and so forth. So none of this sword swallower competes with a gymnast who competes with a country western singer, and so on and so forth. So we think that we've got an amazing opportunity. And so ask me any questions, or let's take it to the next level.
Well, you know, I think as an artist, if I'm a new artist, the first thing I'm gonna want to really hear is the rules. You want to tell the people where they can go, how they can go about getting involved with it, and what's the criteria for becoming a part of the To Be a Rising Star.
Great question. So go to 2B, that's number 2, letter B as in boy, arisingstar.com, or the number 2, letter B, awards.com. And you simply register. It's for free. You pick and choose what category your video is specific to, what age bracket that you belong in. You upload your video out of the comfort of your home. And then it plays for 30 days. And during that 30 days, whoever's getting the most votes makes their way into the finals. We've tried to temper the talent show in this regard. Whoever gets into the finals, which is the last 3 days of any given month, all votes are zeroed out. And in the last 3 days, whoever gets the most votes then wins. And I pay the winners within 15 days after the end of the month. And it's from the accumulated votes from day one. And I pay everybody, G, on gross revenue, not net. I don't touch a penny until everybody is paid first. That way I'm totally transparent and I'm above and beyond reproach.
Now, now let me break this down for you artists. See, because I'm an artist. So I'm gonna break it down for you. What is just was told to me as an artist and a well-known artist is that I could be in my house, I could have a video already recorded, or I could record a video. I could go to 2bawards.com or 2bearisingstars.com and I could upload my video, or I could watch someone else's video and I could vote on the video, or I could call all my family and friends to tell them to vote on my video. And at the end of the month, 3 days from the end of the month, they're gonna start tallying up the votes so that at the end of the day, at the end of that month, that I'll be either the winner or ready to do it again next month, because I'm gonna get that 10,000 one of these months, one of those months. So that means that 15 days after all the tallied votes was up, that winner, who could be you or me, I don't think I qualify, but you can win $10,000. A check will be coming to your house or in your name, or you'll be coming to pick it up in a ceremony, in a party or something like that. I think that there's millions of artists that's out there that need to start going online and need to start registering, need to start becoming a part of this. I think that's going to be a great thing. And Rob, thank you so much for that, because there's a lot of artists out here that don't get the recognition that they should, or get an opportunity to be a part of these things. And that's real huge. That's number one. We're out of the way. Anything else you want to say about that before I move to the next thing?
Yeah. So look, in life, it's oftentimes it's not how much you know, but who you know. And so we've assembled a significant number of guest hosts. We have contacts with talent agencies, with producers, directors, people in the business that are looking for the next big star, perhaps you. And if so, we're trying to make it as easy as possible. And it's very cost effective. G, as you know, we've got 3 different levels. You can upload a 45-second video for $7.95. You can upload a 2-minute video for like $19.95. and a 3.5 minute for $25.95. Those are the introductory rates. If you're sincere,
Wait, say those rates again.
it's $7.95 for a 45-second video upload. It's $19.95 for a 2-minute, and it's $25.95 for a 3.5 minute video upload.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're in the business, that's pittance compared to if you had to go to any of the auditions. American Idol, America's Got Talent, Dancing with the Stars, So You Think You Can Dance, etc. If you're not in the city where the audition is held, you're going to pay for flight, lodging, food. Your time is valuable, okay? Thousands of dollars.
And can't nobody see you crying if you lose. If you win, then everybody can see you crying because you're happy.
So I know from experience that roughly 40 to 50,000 people show up in the audition cities, and they're only looking for 24 spots on TV to select one winner. That means that the majority of people that may or may not have talent are dismissed, or worse yet, they're discarded. It's just not a workable model, and yet they've been on TV for 10, 12, 15 years. Highly commercialized, number one. Number two, this is a statement of fact, do your homework. The winner, who's supposed to get $1 million, it's paid over 40 years, which is $25,000 a year. You can get a short pay, but it's nowhere close to $1 million.
It's like the lottery, you know what I mean? Because you can take a lump sum or you can get paid off in payments,
Right.
you know, and which is, to me, is somewhat of false advertisement, because if you say you're going to win $1 million, at the end, when you win, write that man or that woman that check for $1 million. Stop playing with these kids while you get living off the residual income that's in the bank. That's why it sits in the bank. So it's a lot of things that I got problems with a lot of other shows. But with this one, I did my research. This is awesome. This is like off the chain. And then I got a text message that I got to address pertaining to some of these artists. Yes, when you go in a recording studio, this was said to me, Tim, and we need to address this. When you go into a recording studio and people get mad because you hear the song that you recorded being used, that's because you paid for the studio time and not the recording session. You see, you have to pay for the recording session. That means you walk out with the masters, they swipe it clean, they have no rights to it. You own your intellectual property. When you just pay for your studio time, that means you pay your hourly rate, you know, 25 an hour, 50 an hour, 100 an hour, whatever. And you do not own that music. Believe it or not, even though you say you produced it, you got to pay for the recording session as well as the studio time in order to come out of there owning your intellectual property. Now, thank you for that station identification break. Now back to our usual scheduled program.
So since you brought it up, I want everybody to know that the aspiring artists get to keep 100% of their intellectual property. I don't want to be their manager. I don't want to be their promoter. Yes, I will be a facilitator, and on a deal-by-deal basis, we'll talk turkey. Otherwise, we just want to provide a platform for the aspiring artist.
An opportunity.
An opportunity. So let me speak in a broader sense. I said what we want our legacy to be, and that we're going to be the most, we're going to pay out the most amount of money. We also want to address what we think is important in life, and that is we want to reduce homelessness, hunger, domestic abuse, plastics in the ocean, opioid addiction, mental illness, and we want to also include dog rescue or animal rescue. And the big thing for us is we want to bring the arts back into the public schools. So we've got a big agenda, can't do it without the aspiring artists. We have a great compensation plan. I don't want to have anybody do something for nothing. So if you're interested to be a guest host like G-Man is, then please contact us. Just go to tobearisingstar.com. There's a form that you can reach out, contact us. As the CEO founder, I'll be more than happy to respond accordingly. We're here to help you to be the best that you can be. Our mission statement is we want to enhance, improve, enrich, and empower people's lives by helping them to achieve and attain more of their hopes, their wishes, and their dreams. And that's what we're all about.
And also, when you're coming to try to be a guest host, bring something to the table. Don't just come and say, I think that I got a good judge of character. I'm a good judge of character, and I think I recognize talent. Bring some expertise to the table that's valuable, because we got a team that's going to call you out on it, is going to check you out when you come into you. So bring your professionalism to the table. Speaking of professionalism, we're gonna switch from that real quick, because I want to ask these questions, and people want to know too. Rob, you're a former professional tennis player. Tell us a little bit about that. And you also played with someone famous as well, played against someone famous. Tell us a little bit about that aspect, and then we're going to get into the other thing that you do in life, which is real estate. So let's just touch about that.
Sure, appreciate it. So I was a sickly child. I was told I would never play sports. I had rheumatic fever. Right around 12 or 13 years old, they asked me to try swimming. I did. I fell in love with tennis. As I said, I was 71. I am 71. So I played tennis back in the day when it wasn't as popular as it is today. And G-Man, of course, alluded to the fact that I am Jewish, which I'm very proud of. Very few Jewish men played tennis, but I love tennis. So at about 19 or 20, I turned pro. I played tennis. I was a head pro at a number of clubs, mostly up in Baltimore, a couple here down in South Florida. I was the head pro then at Wellaby Racket Club. Bobby Riggs and Chrissy Everett were the touring pros. I took care of business at hand. I hosted the Avon Futures tennis events. They took over from Virginia Slims, and I was fortunate enough to play in an exhibition match against Marianne Simonescu, and at the time, her husband, Bjorn Borg. Absolute delight. Was not at Bjorn's level. I don't want to mislead anybody, but I was very good. Now, a side story. At 71, I play tennis. I play 4 or 5 times a week with a group of people on a regular basis. They don't know my age. They don't know I was a tennis pro, but they do think I'm the luckiest tennis player on the tennis court.
That's why like he got gang with him. He gonna go out there and make him think that he's all right, and knowing he was a former pro, and then he's gonna make it. They don't tell him how old he don't say how old he is. You know what I mean? Because he don't look that old. You know what I mean? You know, outside of the hair, and he's bashful. He gets shy. He turn red. Look at him. But they call me colored people. Look at his cheeks. You know, but that's my brother from another mother, and I always say it. You know, we real tight. I'm gonna touch on one more thing, and then we're gonna talk about what he could do to help some of y'all create residual income in the real estate world, because he does real estate. He teaches that game for real too. And so what's it like being G-Man's road manager? What about some of those stories? You know, they want to hear some of the funny stuff. You know.
There are too many surprises when we're traveling. Look, he really is a genuine superstar. He gets on stage, he brings the charisma, he's got the energy, he's got the credentials, and I just love this man. He's got a heart of gold. He gives, and there's nobody like him. The friendship has been sincere and genuine since the day I met him, which is a story in and of itself.
You were telling a story.
Yeah, you tell the
Oh
story.
my God! Well, this is funny. I was booked to do an event. Like I say, I do special events. I told him, I even do bar mitzvahs. I was booked at them things too, weddings and all kind. I get booked at special events, and this was an event that was booked by some lady that was giving a hair show. Wasn't it a hair show or something like that? A talent
No,
show?
it was a fashion show.
Okay, yeah, it was a fashion show. And so I get there, and me, Tim, you know, I'm the type, I want to be early. I'm early. You can count on me. Yeah, when I'm slated to be somewhere, I'm there early. Bells and whistles, ready to go. You know, and I don't travel with a whole bunch of people. You know, that's gonna be changing soon because we got big things coming in. But I travel me and a thumb drive, and you responsible for the mic and the sound. That's it, and you got a show. So I show up to the show early, and the lady, it was a young lady that gave the show. She got there, and she didn't know much about promotion and marketing, so she didn't promote the event for her fashion show. But she hired me as a special guest performer. I'm there, you know, contracted, so we have a deal. When I show up to my event, if you don't promote it and one person show up, and I'm there, I am, and my legal manager is here now, and he's gonna correct me. I know he's gonna chime in on this after I said it, because he don't play that. When I show up on time, your job as the promoter, as the person that is the facilitator of the show and the contract holder, is to make sure you pay me and take care of my rider. So this person did not handle their business and did not have a great turnout for her event because she was too busy booking her hair show as opposed to booking the legend, the icon, the talent along with the hair show as a draw. So she decides she not going to pay me. Now we know in all communities, whether it's white, black, Latino, any type of community, when it comes to your money, you don't play. Homie, don't play that. So I had to let them know that, look, I'm here. I was here early. I've been here for a while. I am entitled to my compensation. Am I right, Tim?
1,000,000%. I got 2 things on that. So my initial background in entertainment was as a professional wrestler. I was a professional wrestler for 9 years. I was trained by Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant, who's in the WWE Hall of Fame. And my mentors in professional wrestling were Jimmy Valiant and Johnny Valiant, the Valiant brothers. And they always told me, before you go out to the ring, lace up one boot. Don't put the other boot on until the promoter comes and gives you the cash in hand in the envelope, and make sure that what's in that envelope is exactly what you're supposed to receive as compensation. So the way I run things as a management company is I'll have you pay 50% up front, 50% the balance upon arrival. You don't go on stage, you don't perform until you're paid in full. And whatever the deal is exactly that. We don't alter anything other than what the deal is that we agreed upon. That's so important for everyone to know. The deal is the deal. And if you're a man of your word or a woman of your word, you don't break your deal for nobody. It's like what Tony Montana and Scarface said. The only thing I have in this world is my word and my balls. And I did say that. Yes, they did. But it's serious. That's real talk, man. Yeah. And the other thing I want to say is, Rob, thank you, man, for providing such a great, unique opportunity to artists to where you're providing them creativity to be themselves as independents. You're not looking to creatively control anything. You're providing them an outlet where they can be heard, they can be seen. And that's a really unique opportunity for independent artists today. That opportunity, man, you couldn't put a price on that, because that is, oh my God, it's such an endless opportunity, and it's a priceless opportunity that people need to realize is what he's doing here. He's giving back, he's helping, and he's providing a way for the independent artist to be heard. So kudos to you, my man.
And it's a job. And it's residual income. If you every month, if you got the best every month, you making 10,000. Add that up a year, you making some money. That's over $100,000 a year you could be making. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, and I'm just keeping it 100. But back to the story here. So they said they wasn't gonna pay, and the Jewish white guy is the only white guy there, standing off to the side over there. So the lady had a son who was as short as Kevin Hart. So when I informed them that I need to have my money, he started getting an attitude, and as a bodyguard, which he didn't know that it was an automatic walking ass whooping standing in front of him. He didn't understand that. So he starts taking off his jewelry. Am I right, Rob? He starts taking off his watch. And so I, in return, started taking off my jewelry, because it looks like we can have a garage sale or some shit. So I, excuse my language, y'all. So I start taking off my jewelry too. We finna, whatever. So Rob intervenes and says, what's going on? So he understood. He actually overheard what was going on. So Rob, the gentleman that he is, he took it upon himself to pay me. He came out of his own pocket and paid me for that show, Tim. You hear what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He never met me a day in his life, but he knew who I was from this, the name. And he told that lady, you have to pay the man. The man is here on time. You are obligated to pay him. So she didn't have the money. That's what it really boiled down to. So he paid me himself. And me and Rob been like this ever since, and he'd be the only white guy at shows sometimes, but I let him go collect the money. We did Mar-a-Lago together. Donald Trump's place, we did that. I headlined that. I brought that, and we got pictures. Tim, you got the pictures. And I had video, but I don't know what happened to the video. But I brought that house down, did I not?
You did.
We tore that up. I showed out, and I was in a three-piece suit, full garb. I went in his bathroom, his 14-karat gold sinks, looked at him, and was like, I should take the knob out of here. You know what I mean? And then my cousin was on bodyguard duty that day, on Secret Service duty that day. So it's like, and Trump showed up. Trump showed up. He didn't come in there. He's watching from his quarters upstairs, but he came and pulled it while I was in there, and it was just amazing. And then that promoter was acting up, and we literally robbed. And after I performed that the promoter that brought me in was acting kind of flaky again. I don't know what it is with these promoters, man. And then we literally went to the after gathering at a mansion. Remember the big mansion that they used in the movie Miami Vice? Yes. That the mansion that they used in the Miami Vice. The owner was there, and he took us to his secret rooms and all that stuff. And then we said, okay, we only went there because we had to follow this guy. We wanted to get that money, and I had another show. So his obligation was to fly me to another show, and I forgot where I had to go. Somewhere he had to fly me to that show, and back home. I think to that show. That's what it was, wasn't it? And Rob, literally, we had to take that man's credit card. The man gave us his credit card. We didn't take it. He gave us his credit card, and we booked that flight that night. We don't play. Rob don't play games. When it comes to collecting money, Rob gonna get that money. Believe me. And you don't want to see the old Jewish white guy get Jewish. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the thing about artists, man, and relationships. It's all about relationships. And the thing is that Rob's a lot like myself, man. My clients are my family. I take care of them how I want to be taken care of. I treat people the way I want to be treated, and that's what it is. And if you stay true to that principle, man, you'll never, ever, ever differ from that. You're going to be a professional. You're going to do what's asked of you and go overboard to make sure the people that work with you and for you are happy, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So Tim, look, we're old school value. I say what I do what I say. If bullshit's a bargain, I don't want any bargains.
1,000,000%.
It's my word. It's all about my integrity and character. I expect the same from anybody that works with us. So we're privileged and honored to be part of what you're doing. We invite you, as I said earlier. But let me just play it out one layer above. So you've got people that you know that I have no clue. I don't know them. Spread the word. Tell everybody. Because if you bring in a guest host and they're going to get paid, I'll pay you for the referral.
Oh yeah, you make money too.
Right
I
on.
give everybody a promo.
Oh, you know, it's over now. You know what he's gonna do.
Yeah. So I give everybody a promo code. The promo code, the person using the promo code saves money. The person who issued the promo code gets paid. Now it's mailbox money, except what did you do? You're not really busting a hump. So I think we've got a great compensation plan. We've got a great opportunity. We want to give back. It's the right thing to do. We're doing it for the right reasons. And we have some surprises.
And Matt, you can be a part of that too. Don't think that we're leaving you out. We got to forget about our engineer guy on the side. We can't forget you. You've been doing a great job. The last 4 episodes, you've been amazing. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And then also one last thing, because we got like 8 minutes left here. Real quick, Rob is about giving opportunities. Tim is about taking care of the opportunities that are given to you and helping you get more opportunities. Me, I love new artists. I love giving opportunity and helping my people win and create residual income on that side too. But also, Rob is a prolific. Is that the right word?
Prolific.
A prolific guy in a man that's a businessman when it comes to real estate. You want to touch about that? And he teaches it. Do you want to touch a little bit about your real estate?
So I have about 40 years of experience. I'm known as a transactional engineer. I have students all over the country. I'm, again, privileged to teach, mentor, be a confidant, help people how to buy real estate the right way. My specialty is foreclosures. But as a transactional engineer, it doesn't matter who sends me a deal, where the deal came from. I've owned single family homes, apartment complexes, warehouses. So the deal is secondary. I love people that want to get ahead in life, don't have the right vehicle. Not everybody, I'm the first person to acknowledge, don't ever ask me to sing, ever. Put me on a tennis court, yes, but singing, no. And I'm not afraid of a crowd. I just not that talented in that regard. So I often say when I teach, there's something for everyone in what I do. Not everyone will do what I do, but it's available. So students all over the country, one in Canada. And so if anybody needs help in real estate, great. But my main focus is to be a rising star. It's what I think will definitely change, what's going on in the industry. Too many bad things have happened over the course of time. It's time to do it right. So I appreciate the opportunity to Matt. Thank you for helping us out today. To Tim at Universal Talent Bookings, to my best friend, G-Man. We look forward to working with you, the people you know, the people they know. Let's spread the word and let's spread the wealth.
And with that being said, we have, well, Tim, you was gonna say something?
I happily accept your offer, man, to be a guest host. I love what you're doing. I think it's revolutionary. It's revolutionizing the business, man. And I can't say enough great things about what you're doing. I love every aspect of it. And count me in, brother, with whatever you guys are doing together. I'm happy to be part of it. And it's all about strength in numbers and unity. And when you go to work, man, you want people that watch your front, your back, your sides, and you want people to know they have your best interest at heart, just like you have their best interest at heart.
Right.
Agreed.
And with that being,
I
Go ahead,
personally
go ahead,
wouldn't.
Matt.
I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, Matt.
I personally wouldn't mind learning a lot more about real estate myself. In fact, there was a time I bought a house up in Columbus, Ohio, and I trusted the lady that I bought it from to be my property manager. And she turned out to be just an absolute one artist, and it turned into a nightmare after that. I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? So I just said to myself, never again. But I say now, never say never. I just didn't know what I was doing. If I can learn what to do, yes, I can always give something a second chance.
Go ahead and give a number or a contact where they can reach out to you, because I think that that's going to go on. See, Tim is a genius. He's going to get that word out there because he sees avenues and he sees success. I've been around a short time, but I already see it. I know what my manager's about. You know what I mean? So give them where they can contact you, a number.
Feel free, this is my personal cell phone, 954 area code, phone number 494-2054, 954-494-2054. Look forward to talking with anybody relative to be a rising star or to real estate. And Matt, here's the best advice I can give you. Number one, you make money when you buy, you realize the profit when you sell. And when you start in real estate, stay with one niche. Don't try to learn all the rules to all the games. There's too many of them. Stay with one, make it happen. And I'm here. Just feel free to call me.
Thank you.
And what's the site for the 2B Awards?
2bearisingstar.com. That's number 2, letter B as in boy, arisingstar.com, or number 2, letter B, awards.com.
And with that being said, we come to is this the milestone show, Tim? This is
Number 4, baby.
This is number 4. We do things in 4s over here. So we have came to the end of our first milestone, which is the 4th episode of the G Spot, starring your guy, your boy, what they call the legend and icon, the original G-Man of hip hop. And you can Google me on that, the original G-Man of hip hop. And we want to say, God bless y'all. You know, follow the trend. The trend that you follow is God and success. And we'll catch you on the next time. Same bat channel, same black place, same black channel. Have a blessed day. God bless.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
That was hot. I like that one.